Guitar tips, just the tips, just for you. Guitar tips. Hello and welcome. My name is Adam Levy. This is Guitar Tips, my weekly video blog channel. I post a new tip here each and every Friday. Tune in whenever you like. I hope you will subscribe. There's a little red button there down below. It says subscribe. Well, if you're watching in an in English it says subscribe. If you're in another part of the world where they speak another language, it may be a different word. But here in America, we say subscribe, and I hope you do. This week, I'm going to do something different. Instead of giving you something to think about from my own experience, I want to share some other YouTube channels that I enjoy. So I'm going to call this week's tip, Look Around. Look Around. The idea, I guess, is that, of course, you can always find inspiration in one of your favorite wells. I'll say, we go to the well for inspiration. And once we find a well that we like, most of us will keep going back to that same well. And that's neat. For me, I tend to take little bits and pieces from lots of different places. So, for example, if there's a book about music that I like, I might just really like one chapter of it or even just one page, but I'll go back to that page or that chapter over and over again. It's hard to find one book that has everything you want. So that's kind of my approach, is to check out a lot of things, take what works for me, and if anything doesn't work, maybe I'll give it a little time, and then if it doesn't work for me, I'll move on. There's plenty of other stuff. So I wanted to mention, actually not books here this week, but since this is YouTube, some other YouTube channels that I enjoy. So I'm going to give you my top 5 in no particular order. My number 1 this week, should I do a countdown style or should I start from number 1? Yeah, I'll do a countdown style. That's more fun. So number 5. Start with number 5. Number 5 is actually 2 for 1. There's a guy named Matt Sweeney, who's a great guitar player himself, and he does a lot of interviews with other guitar players. If you know who Mark Maron is in the podcast world, Matt Sweeney is sort of the Mark Maron of guitar YouTube world. He interviews other guitar players. He's got a particular point of view. He's interviewed lots of people, sort of mostly in the rock, in rock guitar, but a pretty diverse cross-section of rock guitar. So I said it's 2 for 1. He started a channel that was within the Noisey channel, Noisey. You can find that on YouTube. And in there, look for Guitar Moves, which is a series on the Noisey channel. Among my favorite ones that he's done there is an interview he did with St. Vincent. She's a really cool guitar player and songwriter and singer, and I really enjoyed their interview. She's the niece of Tuck Andrus from Tuck and Patty. So it's cool to see somebody who's such who I think of as a very kind of gritty rock guitar player, talk about things that she learned from Tuck Andrus, who's a very funky and soulful guitar player, but I've never heard him put any real overdrive or other effects on his guitar. But anyway, I guess she traveled around with Tuck and Patty a little bit and learned some things. So these might be new names to you. You might now have to go Google St. Vincent and Tuck and Patty and Tuck and Patty. Whatever. She's a great guitar player in her own right, and I really enjoyed the interview. Matt Sweeney also has another series called Guitar Power, which is part of the D'Addario, do you know D'Addario String Company? So D'Addario's channel on YouTube is called D'Addario Strings. It's all one word, DADDARIEOSTRINGS. And if you go there and search for Guitar Power, there's a whole bunch of cool interviews there. And these interviews generally involve some performance as well. There's a cool interview with Blake Mills, and he plays some guitar as well as shedding some light on what he does. Okay, that's number 5. Number 4 is Rawboy, RAWNBOY. This is the channel of guitarist and singer-songwriter Ron Sexsmith, who's a really amazing singer-songwriter from Canada. He has a new album out that is great. I think it's called Carousel 1. But anyway, he is kind of a binge uploader. He will go on YouTube sometimes every single day, sometimes not as often. Right now he's on tour promoting his new record, so he's not uploading as often. But sometimes there's just new posts every day. And it's basically just him singing cover songs into his laptop, either in his living room or wherever he is on the road. It's kind of lo-fi. You know, there's often the lighting is not great and the sound quality is just okay. But he usually wears a really cool shirt, and his voice is amazing, and his covers are really done in earnest. Pretty broad sweep of songs. It's kind of hard to say what he does, but songs with melodies for the most part. One of my favorite ones is he did a cover of Paul McCartney's Listen to What the Man Said. That's a really cool one. But just go to Rawboy, find some songs that you like, and enjoy. Number 3, Fretboard Journal. That's a magazine, and they have their own YouTube channel. Fretboard is one word, journal is one word. And there's just tons and tons of great interviews and live performances. There's acoustic stuff, electric stuff. Some of it's really insightful. Most of it is just fun and great guitar stuff for all kinds of guitar players. It's a great channel if you like seeing people play up close. And Bill Frisell, the magazine is based in Seattle, so Bill Frisell pops by there on a pretty regular basis. He lives, I guess, in or near Seattle. He recently did a solo guitar version of the jazz song Embraceable You. And it's just him on this archtop guitar, pretty naked, sounding beautiful. So that's Fretboard Journal, number 3. Number 2, Miles Okazaki. Miles is his name, M-I-L-E-S. That's his first name. His last name is Okazaki, O-K-A-Z-A-K-I. He recently wrote a book published by Mel Bay called Fundamentals of Guitar. It's a really interesting book. Some of it is hard to understand. He explains in the book, sometimes with kind of a minimal amount of text and just lots of music and diagrams and examples. But in his YouTube channel, sometimes he'll break things down a little more bit by bit. And so if you like the book and just want to get a little more perspective on what he's trying to convey and how it actually plays out on the guitar, I would really recommend his YouTube channel. So it's 2 words, his name, Miles Okazaki. Number 1, my number 1, Tone Fiend. That's one word, T-O-N-E-F-I-E-N-D, Tone Fiend. And that's hosted by a guitar player and just general smarty pants guy named Joe Gore. Joe Gore, if you're my age, which is, we'll say, somewhere between 48 and 50, you might remember Joe as being one of the head honchos at Guitar Player magazine in the 90s. He's a great guitar player. He's toured with the Eels. He's toured with Tracy Chapman. I think he still does. He's toured with PJ Harvey. He's on a lot of records. He builds stomp boxes. He's not afraid of soldering guns, which many guitar players I know absolutely would not open up their guitars and start tweaking around in there. And Joe is completely unafraid and very brave and experimental and smart. So his YouTube channel is all kinds of stuff. It's mods, you know, changing, this guitar doesn't have any electronics, but I'll just pretend there's a knob here. You know, changing the values of the capacitors, doing different kinds of things with your tone pots, different pickups, different strings. One of my favorite videos of his is called Those $24 Acoustic Strings, in which he does a review of these acoustic guitar strings by Toussaint Infeld, great guitar string company in Austria. Anyway, those are my top 5. Guitar Moves / Guitar Power, both hosted by Matt Sweeney. Ron Boy, R-A-W-N-B-O-Y, that's one word. That's singer-songwriter Ron Sexsmith. Number 3, Fretboard Journal, just tons of live performances and interviews. Miles Okazaki, that's 2 words, his name, Miles Okazaki, shedding some light on his great book, Fundamentals of Guitar. And Tone Fiend is 1 word, T-O-N-E-F-I-E-N-D, by Joe Gore. Just lots of projects and fun. He's done some videos on looping. Just really freaking cool channel. So there you go. Thanks for tuning in to my channel. My name is Adam Levy. This is Guitar Tips. I'll see you next Friday. Or you'll see me anyway. Stay tuned and take good care.